Good morning, teacher.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning, guys. Thanks for answering. Okay, let's see. No more. Yes, there are more people joining. Remember that yesterday we talked about the traditional things about a wedding. Okay. And I think that we have to conclude that it is very expensive to get married. Yes or no? Yes?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
Probably it's expensive to get married. Okay. So not necessarily we have to do everything as usually or everything as customs. Okay. Probably you can follow certain type of customs, but not necessarily all of them. Okay. So the last part that we're gonna see is explain wedding traditions, the last part. But it's very interesting um how they see marriage in another cultures. Okay. And the last part talks about this one. Okay. This is the last part that we have. There are a lot of sayings or proverbs. Do you know what is sayings? Do you know what is the meaning of sayings? Dichos o proverbios, ¿sí? Sí tenemos dichos nosotros, ¿verdad? O proverbios, ¿verdad? Yes? Okay. Tell me a saying or something that is related. Okay. What is the proverb or the saying in Spanish? You can tell in Spanish. Um, when a woman is getting older, and probably most of the people think that she's not going to get married, or not necessarily a woman, but also a man. What is the expressions that they give when there is a certain moment or a certain age and you see a 35 girl, a 40 years old girl that is not married? What are the common?
El tren le está dejando.
La dejó el tren.
Sí,
Yes.
solterona.
Uh-huh. Okay. What about in a man? What do they say in a man? Solterón, the same.
Sí.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So those are the different type of sayings or proverbs. In English, of course, they have it. Okay. But they make examples different from ours. But you can find in English and in Spanish the equivalent or similarities, not exactly the same. Obviously, because of the culture, obviously, because of the tradition. Okay. So in it says, look at some of them, though all of them are related to marriage, okay? But they come from different parts of the world. One is from Italy, the other one is from Ireland, the South Africa, Poland, and United Kingdom, okay? And obviously in Spanish will be la dejó el tren, okay? Now, with a look at the number one from Italy, and you try to tell me what you think it is. Okay, how do you explain it? Marry off your son when you wish. Marry off your daughter when you can. Okay, marry off es casar o casar, de casamiento. Okay. ¿Qué creen que significa eso? Marry off your son when you wish, and marry off your daughter when you can. What do you think is that? No?
I don't know, Miss.
An idea? Okay, an idea could be that it is easier for men to get married, but it's not so easy for a woman to get married. So they are giving you like a recommendation for your parents. So if you can marry off your son whatever you want, whatever you wish. because men, they can get married whatever they want. They are not paying attention if the age is not necessarily. They think that a man, it could be getting older, but is getting wiser and is getting more mature. But with women, it's different. So it says marry off means you can marry your son whatever you want, when you wish. But when you had the chance that someone wants to marry your girl, your daughter, hurry up. So the first one that ask, married off your daughter. Okay, that's what they say in Italy related to marriage. Okay, remember that our culture is very different from all of them. Probably they are not used to get married. They are just getting used to live together. And marriage is a paper that, of course, is there, but not necessarily they have to be legally married. Okay, now in Ireland, marriages are all happy. It's having breakfast together that causes a lot of trouble. Marriages are all happy. It's having breakfast together that causes all the trouble. Ireland. All of this, remember, are related to wedding traditions. Probably this one, what it's trying to explain to you is that marriage is it's something that is really happy. What the problem is, the custom. Okay, it's having breakfast together that causes all the trouble. Marriage is something that is very, very, very beautiful, but when the custom arrives, probably that destroys every relationship. That's what they're saying. Okay, so let's suppose that you knew your husband at work, and they work together. When they arrive home together. When they have dinner, obviously, they have dinner together. Breakfast together. Saturday and Sunday, obviously, they're going to be together. Do you think that custom could be affect marriage in a certain point?
Depends how open mind is the relationship. Because
So,
if the
yes.
if the woman accepts the custom of the man, it cannot be any problem.
Okay. Good. Another one? Depends on the type of relationship that you want to have. There are a lot of people that really enjoy being together all the time, and it's not a problem. There are another type of people that are very independent, and they say that they have a marriage, but Saturday and Sunday probably they go out, or there are certain type of the months that the husband goes with his friend, and the woman goes out with her friends, and that's it, because you are two independent people. Okay, even if they are married, they are very independent. Okay, number 3, South Africa. Marriage is just friendship if there are not children. Okay, it is very common that a society expect different type of things from men and from women, and when they get together, their expectations are a kind of higher. Now, first, our society starts like, you're supposed to get married and have children, of course, but first I have to have the boyfriend. Then the process is getting married. That is the traditional way that most of the Guatemalan people see this, because we are a very conservative country. Then the other process is, after a while, the marriage has to have children. Okay? So that's what they think about children. That marriage is just friendship. When you don't have children is not marriage. Until a marriage have children, that is when you are getting blessed. That's when you are forming a family. Do you think, is it true? Do you think it that way?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. There are a lot of people that probably they get married, but they don't want to have children. Anyway, they are married. And in any way you see it is a marriage. But depends of your traditions, depends of your beliefs, and depends of the education that you had. Okay? That is in South Africa. In Poland, it says, the woman cries before the wedding and the man after. Poland. Did you get that? It's very funny.
Because the woman is happy when it's passing his wedding, and the man maybe he regrets after get married.
Yes, basically that is what they say. Okay, so every woman cries. Well, most of the time we tend to cry often than men. That's a fact. Not necessarily generally, but that is a fact. Okay, we tend to be more sensitive. So we tend to be more appealing to all the affections that are around us. So probably yes, but when you're getting married, probably it says that the woman is crying because of happiness. That finally I got the man that I wanted. Finally, I got everything that I needed, and that is like the closure of my life, getting married. You're very happy. Also the man is happy, but the man cries after the wedding. Why? Because after the wedding the real marriage starts. You are living with the same people, with the same girl, with the same boy every single day. Okay, so you're going to know everything about the man because you're living with him. That's why probably it says women cries before the wedding, and the man after the wedding is realizing, is facing, is it has a clear picture about who the woman is. Okay, last one. Advice to the bride: wear something old and something new, something borrowed and something blue. That is a tradition that probably comes from United Kingdom, but probably it is around the world. Han escuchado, se los comenté en la clase, que la futura esposa debe de llevar algo viejo, algo nuevo, algo prestado y algo de color azul. ¿Sí? ¿Se recuerdan o no saben de eso?
Sí. Yes, miss.
Ok. ¿Y qué significará eso?
Good look.
Ajá. En United Kingdom son un poco supersticiosos. Entonces les voy a leer lo que dicen aquí. The proverb from UK expresses superstitious associated with the weddings. So if the bride wears something old, her old friends will remain close. So you will keep your old friends close if you wear something old. If you wear something new, the newlyweds will have a prosperous future. So los recién casados tendrán un futuro muy próspero si lleva algo nuevo. Okay? If you lend someone here something to wear, si lleva algo prestado, the couple will have a happy marriage. Okay? It's easy. And if the bride, let me see, there are people. It says, if the bride wears something blue, the couple will be faithful to each other. What is faithful? Faithful.
Esperanzador.
No. Fiel. Fieles. That is, if you got something blue, The couple will faithful to each other. Serán fieles el uno con el otro. Okay? So it's a kind of expresses a superstitious thing. Okay? So everything related to weddings and tradition. These are some sayings that they have. Okay? So I found when we're talking about sayings, we're talking about also proverbs. Okay? And I found a proverb, some proverbs that are very common in English, but also in this video, they were teaching Spanish to people that speak English. And they were saying what could be their equivalents, the proverbs from Spanish, the equivalents, the proverbs in English. A proverb es un dicho o es un... Sí, es un dicho o un proverbio, que no significa que haya una traducción literal. En inglés y en español tienen sus proverbios, algunos que casan exactamente, pero usan diferentes palabras, diferentes analogías. No necesariamente es una traducción literal. ¿Ok? Entonces, lo que estábamos viendo, ¿ok? El tren la dejó, ¿ok? No podemos traducir esa expresión de el tren la dejó a alguien, no lo va a comprender. Es algo muy cultural, ¿ok? Entonces, I found a video that shows a little bit about from English. It says proverbs and their equivalents in Spanish English or English Spanish, ¿ok? In this case, try not to translate every single word. When you read something in English, it keeps in English. And the equivalent in Spanish is like that. Okay, so let's listen.
Equivalentes en español e inglés. This is a list of common proverbs and their equivalents. 1. Más sabe el diablo por viejo que por diablo. Saber, diablo, viejo.
Okay, those are like the hits. To know, devil, and old. But in English, it says there's no substitute for experience. Okay, so nada que ver. Más sabe el diablo por viejo que por diablo. ¿Habrán otras similitudes? No las conozco todas, ¿ok? Entonces esa sería una de ellas. There's no substitute for experience, ¿ok? What is exactly the meaning for us? Más sabe el diablo por viejo que por diablo. ¿Eso lo han escuchado ustedes? Yes?
Yes, miss. Yes.
Yes? What is the meaning of that?
More older, more experience.
The more older or the older you get, the wiser you get. Yes? Wiser es sabio. Mientras más grande usted se vuelve, se supone que los años, la experiencia le dan a uno cierta sabiduría, ¿o no? Yes. En todo sentido. Entonces, eso es, ¿ok? But in this one is different, ¿ok?
Más sabe el diablo por viejo que por diablo. 2. Más vale dar que recibir. Dar, recibir. Más vale dar que recibir.
Eso lo han escuchado, yes? Very common. It's more blessed to give than to receive. Those are similar because of the verbs. Más vale dar que recibir. What is the idea? That you go during all your life, do not expect that people gives you all the time. If you are a good person, you give, and it doesn't matter who you're giving. If you can help, you help your friend. If you can help a stranger, you help a stranger, because it's really blessed what you're receiving at the end of your life. We assume that you're receiving a lot of blessings, okay? What is blessed? What are blessings? ¿Qué creen que son blessings? Bendiciones. It's more blessed to give than to receive. Es más bendecido el que da que el que recibe. ¿Creen que eso es cierto? Yes? Or no necessarily?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Hay otro que dicen, haz el bien y no mires a quién, ¿verdad? ¿Lo han escuchado? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Kind of. Okay. That is the idea.
Más vale dar que recibir. 3. No se puede servir a dos señores.
You can serve
Servir.
God and man.
Señor.
Okay. Servir is means to serve. Señor puede ser Sir, Mr. or Lord. Lord is like Señor como hablando de Dios. Okay, Lord. O mi rey, que sería también Lord. Okay. El Señor es Sirs. Okay. And you can serve God and mammon, or you can serve God and devil. Okay. What is exactly the meaning of no se puede servir a dos señores? O no se pueden tener dos amos. ¿Qué creen que es eso? No, it's like when people you cannot think about doing something right. Okay, you try to do the things right. Okay, you go to the church or whatever your religion is. And then after you go out from church, if you had the chance to help people, you help. But at the same time, if you have in the power, in the position that you are, if you had a chance to do something wrong, you do it. Okay? So it doesn't worth it that you in your job, you're doing things, the things that are not correct. And then you go to the church and try to get the forgiveness of God. So you cannot serve the devil and God. Or you decide to be a good person or you decide to be a bad person. But no, try to do one day you do one thing good and the other day you continue doing the bad things that you are common or tend to do all the time. Okay? Let's go for the other one.
Señores, no se puede servir a dos señores. 4. Divide y vencerás. Dividir, vencer. Divide y vencerás. 5.
Ok, eso es bien fácil. ¿Qué es dividir y vencerás? Divide and conquer. What do you think is that?
Separate things and you will achieve all of them.
Yes. What else? No. Si hay dos equipos y usted trata de vencer al otro equipo, pues se valen diferentes tipos de acciones para vencer a la otra persona o al otro equipo o a su oponente. Pero el otro grupo es muy unido, muy parecido en todo lo que hacen y esa es su fortaleza, estar juntos. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que necesita usted para vencer al grupo que siempre está unido? Empezar uno por uno y dividirlo. Usted divide a un grupo y no trabajan de la misma forma. ¿Ok? Obviamente dejan de estar unidos y probablemente tienda usted a ganar lo que usted anhela. ¿Ok? Entonces, ¿han escuchado eso? Una familia que está unida, crece unida. O un matrimonio que está unido, crece unido. ¿Se han escuchado? Yes? No.
No.
Okay. Let's go with the other.
Divide y
The
vencerás.
last one.
5. A palabras necias, oídos sordos. Palabra, palabras, necio, necia, oídos, sordo.
Okay, take no notice of the stupid things people say. A palabras necias, oídos sordos. ¿Qué significa eso? Es muy común también para nosotros. Do you care about what people think about you? Do you care about what people think about you? ¿Les importa o les interesa qué es lo que piensan las personas de ustedes?
A veces. Depende. ¿Qué persona?
Depends on the people. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. It's like when you have someone at work. Let's suppose that you have someone at work or you have someone at the university that person criticize everything, criticize the teacher, criticize why the homework again, criticizes life, criticizes you, and sometimes that person is so negative that it says it's better not to listen this type of people. Try not to listen. Okay, so try not to listen to this type of people. So if you don't listen, they won't affect you. As simple as that. If you pay attention to people, that will affect you. Okay. But if you don't, you try not to listen, pay attention to what you say because you already know how the person, how the people are. So don't listen to them. Try to do whatever you're doing, and that's it. Okay. So the person is always doing something wrong. The person is always criticizing everything. The person is always complaining about the day. If it's raining, what is raining? If it's cold, because it's cold. If the teacher leaves homework, because the teacher leaves homework. And I don't know. That is the kind of people. Okay. So all of these are proverbs and all of these are sayings. Okay. I will give you the link so you can continue. Okay. And proverbs and sayings are part of traditions. Okay. That is another common thing that we have. Okay. And I give you the link. Okay. Now, okay. Now let's continue with the next thing. Let's go for the book and we try, oh, sorry. I got confused. And we try to go for the other one. Okay. Any questions so far? Any comments? No? Which one of all the traditions that you saw, all the traditions that I presented you, which one was the one that you liked the most? That you found that it was really interesting? The Korean, the Japanese, which was really interesting for you? The one that you liked?
Japanese for me.
Okay, the Japanese one. Another one? Another culture that you really liked? To me, I really like the Chinese one, the one that becomes they celebrating the new year because it comes from a story that instead of doing something wrong and being afraid of, they creating a tradition in which they celebrate hope, they celebrate happiness, they give each other gifts, and they try to start a new year with new goals, new perspective of life, happiness, spending your time with the family, a family together. That is the meaning of the new year. Not only going to a party because you're celebrating, okay? Not necessarily, okay? So let's do the last page and then we'll move to another thing, okay? Listen to each conversation and circle the occasion or the people they are talking about. Okay? Listen again and circle T if the statement is true, false if it's false, and correct any false statement if you want. Okay? So, what are they talking about? You have to decide if they're talking about an engagement a reception, or a honeymoon. And if the statement, the man who is speaking is the groom, true or false? So who is speaking in the conversation? Let's listen.
Listen to each conversation and circle the occasion or the people they are talking about. Conversation 1.
Check out these pictures we took in Tahiti.
Oh, these are really nice. Is that your wife?
Yes. We took off right after the reception.
How romantic. How long were you there?
10 days.
Conversation.
Okay, very easy. What is that? Or do you want to listen one more time? One more time? Okay, let's listen all together. The 4 together, and then we'll listen one more time.
Listen to each conversation and circle the occasion or the people they are talking about. Conversation 1.
Check out these pictures we took in Tahiti.
Oh, these are really nice. Is that your wife?
Yes. We took off right after the reception.
How romantic. How long were you there?
10 days.
Conversation 2.
Hey, congratulations. I heard the news.
Thanks. I guess everyone knows now.
That's great. So when's the date?
In September. We've got a lot of planning to do.
Well, the great thing is that you've decided to tie the knot. Congratulations.
Conversation 3.
Is it true what I hear? That you caught the bouquet?
Uh-huh. She threw it right to me.
Well, you've been great friends since childhood, right?
Yeah, we have. I'm so happy for her.
Conversation 4.
Can you believe how much money they paid for this reception?
I know. It's unbelievable. It must have cost a fortune.
I heard the parents and grandparents all wanted a really big wedding. They must have a lot of money.
Well, you know what they say. Weddings are really for the family.
I guess so. Everyone does seem to be having a wonderful time.
Okay, I will play it again, but this time with the script. Why with the script? Because when you read the script, you can identify a lot of some sayings that people having. Okay, let's go for this one. Okay.
Listen again and circle T if the statement is true or F if it is false. Correct any false statements. Listen again if necessary. Conversation 1.
Check out these pictures we took in Tahiti.
Oh, these are really nice. Is that your wife?
Yes. We took off right after the reception.
How romantic. How long were you there?
10 days.
Okay. Number 1. What is the number 1?
A honeymoon?
Yes, it's a honeymoon. And the man who is speaking is the groom?
Yes.
Yes, it's true. Okay, yes, it's true. Okay, next one.
Conversation 2.
Hey, congratulations. I heard the news.
Thanks. I guess everyone knows now.
That's great. So when's the date?
In September. We've got a lot of planning to do.
Well, the great thing is that you've decided to tie the knot.
Okay, you decided to tie the knot. Congratulations. You decided to get married. Tie the knot es casarse. Tie es amarrar y knot es nudo. ¿Ok? Pero usted no traduce eso. Aquí lo está felicitando porque what? He's going to get married. Okay, tie the knot means getting married. Okay, so number 2, it's an sorry.
Engagement?
An engagement? Yes. Okay. And the man who is speaking is the groom? Or the future groom?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Next one.
Congratulations.
Conversation 3.
Is it true what I hear? That you caught the bouquet?
Uh-huh. She threw it right to me.
Well, you've been great friends since childhood, right?
Yeah, we have. I'm so happy for her.
Okay. So a bride, a room of relatives. The conversation, who's having the conversation?
A bride.
A bride. Okay. Let's go for. And the woman who is speaking is the bride?
Yes.
It says. Ok, de la persona que están hablando es de la novia. Sí, eso está bien. Pero aquí dice, is it true that you caught the bouquet? That you caught?
Yeah.
She threw it right to me. Entonces ella vino y lo lanzó. And the friend got the bouquet. Okay? Y él le dice, well, you've been great friends since childhood, right? Yeah, I'm so happy for her. So the woman who is speaking is the bride?
No.
It's false. It's a friend. It's probably the best friend because it says you've been friends since childhood. So, de la infancia. Next one.
Conversation 4.
Can you believe how much money they paid for this reception?
I know. It's unbelievable. It must have cost a fortune.
I heard the parents and grandparents all wanted a really big wedding. They must have a lot of money.
Well, you know what they say. Weddings are really for the family.
I guess so. Everyone does seem to be having a wonderful time.
Okay. It says, look at this part. It says, well, you know what they say. Weddings are really for the family. So the people believe not only weddings, but a party. When you make a party, quinceañera, aniversario, birthday party, graduation, I don't know. They say that most of the people, the guests and the family, the relatives, really enjoy the party, not the person that is being celebrated. Why? Because you're worried about if the food is okay. You're worried about if the guests are okay. You're also worried about if there's enough food, if there are enough tables for the people, the music, is it okay? So that's why that most of the people enjoy the party, the family. Okay, so they're talking about a bride, a groom, or relatives.
Relatives.
The relatives están hablando ahí. And it says, the woman who is speaking is a guest.
True.
True. Okay. Okay, let's go for the other one. Okay. Yes, let me move this one. Okay. Now, in this case, we're talking about the vocabulary. Okay. Do you remember the vocabulary? Fireworks, in a parade, picnics, time with their families, customs, gifts, and each other well. What is missing here is the verb. What is the verb that matches Okay, let's continue. No more. Yes, there are more people joining. Okay, let's see if we have here. Ok, no sé si tienen el link del grupo de WhatsApp. Alguien que lo haga a favor de enviarlo. Julio estaba solicitando el link. Ok. Let's continue. So, which are the verbs? What is missing here is a verb. Fireworks. What is the verb that you use?
Set.
Hay algo más. Le falta algo ahí. Yes? Set. What? Set es colocar. Set es solo colocar. Le falta una preposición ahí. Una preposición.
¿A fireworks? No.
Set off. Set off. Very good. On y off. Set off. Okay. Very good. Next one. In parades. What do you do in parades?
March.
Yes. Okay. That is the one that you do. You march in parades. Picnics.
Make. No, have.
Have. You have picnics. Very good. Time with your families.
Spend.
Okay, very good. Spend. Customs. 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 What do you do with the customs?
Wear customs.
Wear customs. Wear. Gift. Gifts. Sorry.
Gift.
That's what you give. You give gift. And each other will.
Wish.
Very good. Okay. Next one. You have to remember, those are the verbs that we use. Okay. And it says, complete the sentence with an adjective clause and find information in this unit if it's necessary. A groom is a man. Y yo utilicé el who porque están hablando de men. A groom is a man who has just gotten married. Okay? Next one. El Uferd is a religious holiday. ¿Se recuerdan de esa holiday? Okay, after, because we're talking about...
Pray.
Okay, because we're talking about a holiday. Okay? You use who or what do you use?
That.
That what? Is your idea that people
pray?
That okay. Another one? Es que ahí sería in which people pray. You can say it's a religious holiday that that people celebrate by praying. Would be that people celebrate by praying. Yes. Okay. Next one. A honeymoon is a vacation. Who or that?
That.
Pero ¿qué es eso? That people take before they get married or that people take after they get married? The honeymoon.
the participle.
Okay. A honeymoon is a vacation that people take after or before the wedding?
After.
After the wedding.
After the wedding, okay. Así podría cerrarla. No sé, se me ocurre. A hanbok is a traditional dress. Who or that?
That.
¿Se recuerdan de ese traje tradicional de Corea? ¿Cuándo lo utilizan? ¿Cómo se llama la fiesta? No? A hanbok is a traditional dress that Korean people wear during the Chuseok. ¿Recuerdan de Chuseok? Okay. A wearing the reception is a party. That or who?
That.
Okay, so what do people do in a reception party? What do we do? The reception party goes before the wedding or after the wedding?
After.
After.
After the wedding, yes, because the reception is you're receiving who? El novio y a la novia, los recién casados. Okay? Now, Chuseok is a holiday. What? So I use that because we're talking about the holiday. Chuseok is a holiday. In which country do they celebrate Chuseok?
Korea.
Okay, so you can say Chuseok is a holiday that people celebrate in Korea. Okay, and you're talking about all the traditions. Okay, now let's go for the final one. And this is about our culture, probably. Okay, let me see if I put it a little bit closer. This one, it says, local traditions in your country. If someone invites you to his or her house for dinner, you should. ¿Cuál es la tradición aquí? Si alguien lo invita a usted a cenar a su casa, ¿qué debería de llevar? ¿Qué debería de traer? ¿Qué debería de tener? ¿Qué creen ustedes? ¿Qué llevarían ustedes?
A present.
You should bring a present. ¿Ok? ¿Y qué llevarían? Es una cena. No es de cumpleaños.
Wine bottle.
A bottle of wine. You should bring a bottle of wine. Okay. Yes. Another one? No. Okay. ¿Qué pasa esto? Eso es muy común a veces. If someone gives you an expensive gift, you should. There's a lot of people that is your birthday, and there's a lot of people that gives you, not a lot of people, but sometimes you receive a very expensive gift. Ok, perdón, Julio. ¿Alguien tiene el link de WhatsApp? Porque dice que si no, deja su número para que lo agregue. Que perdió los contactos en su celular o su celular no está. ¿Alguien tiene el link antes de que nos retiremos? ¿O alguien que haga favor de colocar a Julio en el grupo? Si ustedes hacen el favor. Thank you. Ok.
Disculpe, teacher, a mí también, yo no estoy en ese grupo. Voy a dejar ahí mi usuario, mi contacto.
Ok. Ok. ¿Alguien sí lo tiene? Que anote solo los números de sus dos compañeros y los pueda agregar al grupo de WhatsApp, por favor. Ok. Thank you. Ok. And it says, what do you do if someone gives you an expensive gift? You should, minimal. ¿Qué haría? Like you should call the person next day and thank them because of the gift, yes or no? That's what you would do? ¿Llamaría al día siguiente? Ok, thank you. Gracias, ahí está el grupo de WhatsApp. Link, sorry. ¿Llamaría al día siguiente a la persona y le agradece por el regalo o no?
Yes, miss.
Yes, mínimo, okay? If you are invited to a formal wedding, you should wear what? You should wear formal clothes. That means a dress. In case of a man, a suit. Next one. If a friend or a colleague gets engaged, you should. If you see that some of a friend of yours, probably is not a very close friend, but it's a friend, and you know that the person got engaged, you should. You will say, oh, that's too bad. No. What do you do? What do you say? I'm so sorry to hear that. No. What would you say? Congratulations, because the person is engaged. Okay? As simple as that. Okay? If someone wants to get married, he or she should, ¿qué? ¿Qué sería lo más importante para casarse? Él o ella, ¿qué tendría que tener? ¿Qué sería? Lo primero que se les vino a la mente.
Money.
Ok, aparte del dinero,
Love.
yes. Ah, what?
Love.
Love, aparte de amor, pero algo muy importante. Yo no me puedo casar si no tengo con quién, ¿o sí? Yes. So I need a
boyfriend.
A boyfriend, yes. A boyfriend or a girlfriend, yes. If someone wants to get married, ¿qué es lo primero? Dinero puede tener. Amor puede tener. But it is important to have someone to get married to. So I need to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, okay? If that's what I want, okay? Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Les estaba comentando. El día de mañana no tenemos clases, ok, 10 de mayo no tenemos clases. Nos vemos lo que es el día jueves, viernes y lunes y martes. Esos 4 días vamos a tener repasos de las unidades 5, 6 y 7. Los repasos vienen de gramática, de vocabulario y algunas otras actividades que tengo para ustedes, ok. El día jueves también les estoy dando la clave para que se matriculen a la plataforma de Moodle. Se recuerdan que ustedes toman su examen en la plataforma de Moodle, ¿ok? Y obviamente tienen hasta el 16 para realizar. 16 era con ustedes, ¿no? ¿O sí? ¿Para cuándo es lo de My English Lab? Sí, ¿verdad? Yes, ¿ok? Para realizar sus ejercicios y obviamente yo ya empezaría con lo que es la zona, ¿ok? ¿Alguna duda? ¿No?
No, teacher.
Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day and I see you on Thursday, okay? Thank you, guys. Bye-bye. Take care.